Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is the football show. This is the weekend review, looking at the week game day 7, and the Premier League never fails to surprise us. And yeah, what a cracking weekend it was. City losing, that's the big headline. City losing against the Wolves, and yeah, I think that's the first place we're gonna. Let's just go by the fixtures so we can basically just go through down the fixtures and just look at how the games panned out over this weekend. So yeah, game day 7, and yeah, it was interesting. I think it kicked off on a Saturday with Aston Villa taking on Brighton. This game was this game was a surprise, to be honest. This game was a surprise to me. The result, I knew. Well, I think I predicted a draw or something, and Villa just blew Brighton apart. I think Brighton, anytime they lose now, they lose really, really heavily. They're smashed up really, really badly. And yeah, I just felt it was just um, it was just bad. It was just shocking um, the way they lose games. I think Deserbi needs to look at sometimes. I think he needs to look at that. To be honest, the way they are losing, the way they lose games, especially um, um, yes, especially when they lose. They seem to lose games. Really, really, there seems to just be open. This is like the second time they lost like 5 to Newcastle. Was it 5 to Newcastle, or was it Newcastle or West Ham? I think they lost about 4 to West Ham, or 3-4 or something to West Ham as well. And this one was just shocking. It was just the way they just got opened up every time. I think after 23 minutes, the Aston Villa were 3 goals up, and every time Villa attacked, it seemed like they were going to score. Watkins got an hat trick as well, and this one was just bad. The way they just kept conceding goals. I think the manager said it after the game, and the Zabi was talking about uh, playing in Europe might be affecting the team, and they might be finding it difficult to cope with playing in Europe. Villa, on the other hand, they just look really strong at home. I think they've not lost about 12 or 13 at home now since the new manager has been there, and he's doing a great job there, Emery. And yeah, good win for Villa. Then we go on to the 3 o'clock. We got Manchester United, Crystal Palace. This one was a repeat of the Carling Cup midweek. Palace beaten 3-0 by Manchester United. This is a different new team. I think both teams made changes, bringing in their first 11. And I think United at home, they're normally strong, but I think they did create a lot of chances as well. I think after Crystal Palace scored a goal, it was a cracking goal though from Anderson. It was a smashing shot from outside the box, and Palace just played on the counter, defended really well. Manchester had loads of chances. The ball was cleared left, right, and center. There was bodies on the ball, and that's what you have to do when you go to Old Trafford. You have to defend really, really well. You have to block balls, and you have to put your body on the line. And they deserve the. I think United on their part. I think the manager he needs his own players. I can't look at Manchester United, and I don't think the manager is playing the way he normally plays his football as a coach at Ajax. I think he needs players that can control the midfield, like a De Jong. He wanted to sign De Jong maybe 2 seasons ago. I think he needs to go back to them. You can't. I don't think he's trying to sacrifice his beliefs to compensate the players he's got in the team. I think he just needs to go back. I think he needs another window for me. But it's a big club. You're going to be under pressure. If you sneeze, you lose, as they say. Because if you sneeze, it's blown out of proportion. There's a big fan base, and I think they have to get back to winning ways as soon as possible Don't know who they're playing over the weekend, but that's a big, big victory for Palace. We go on to Everton. This is a game that Everton, if the manager is ever going to be sacked, this is the game he's going to be sacked for because he shouldn't be losing to Luton. I don't care what anybody says. Luton scored 2 cracking goals. The first one was a deflected shot after the skipper blocked Ashley Young from clearing the ball. And the second one was a beautiful walked out corner kick to the edge of the box. And Norris, or is it Morris, just tapped it in. I thought they were going to lose there, Luton, but Everton, Everton, you can't be losing to Luton. I think the manager might be under a lot of pressure now, Sean Dyche, if he keeps losing these kind of games. This is the kind of, especially home games against teams like Luton, that's what's going to get you the sack. But Luton, they got their first victory, and I think that gave them a lot of confidence. We go to Bournemouth, Arsenal. This one was a banker for me. Arsenal 3 points, and that's the way it panned out. Arsenal scored a couple of goals. Havertz got a penalty, which was given to him by Saka. Odegaard, I think, had the word, which is good for the players' confidence. I think. But sometimes it's just the rules. Teams. I think it's a good thing. Football is all about emotions and confidence. So it's a good thing for Havertz's confidence. Arsenal. These are not the kind of games that Arsenal will be judged on. To be honest, I don't think. I think their home form has been a little bit, questionable this season compared to last season. So they need to start getting those home record form, stop conceding goals. Bournemouth has to win games as well. The manager is a new manager, but I think he has to start winning games if he wants to keep his job. I think by December, my teams will be looking to change managers because that's when they normally press the panic button. So I think Iraola needs to start winning games. Then we'll go on to the 3:00 kickoff, Wolves and City. This was a win for City. Got a goal through, was an own goal from, I think it was Diaz that deflected the ball into the net. And then the Korean striker scored the second goal. City got a goal back through Julian Alvarez with a beautiful free kick. And Hum Hang was his name, Hum Hang. That's his name, I think. The Korean player. And City without Rodri, 2 games lost now. Yeah, sometimes we look at teams and we say, oh yeah, there's a team sport, but sometimes it's a player's sport. Sometimes in football, one player makes a big difference. I'm not gonna say he's gonna one-man team, but they've got Arsenal next. And if they lose that, people are going to be saying, "Oh, they're one-man team." I think they played well as well. The City always play well against that, but I think there's some Wolves just have that. They create a lot of chances this season. Every time I watch them, they can't just stick the ball in the net. Neto is a really, really important player for them. And Wolves, that's a big, big victory for them, beating City. Then we go on to the next 3:00 fixture. Which is go on to the next 3:00 fixture, which is West Ham, Sheffield. West Ham scored 2 goals in that one. Bowen on the score sheet with the first goal, and then the second goal scorer was Thomas Souček with the second goal. I think that was 37 minutes. But I think West Ham were always going to win that one. That was a fixture that you just knew West Ham were definitely going to win. And it's Sheffield United, after that battering last week, I think it's good that they kept the score to just 2-0. West Ham are going to be stronger at home. They're going to be difficult to beat by any team going to London Stadium. Then we go on to Newcastle, Burnley. That was 2-0. Newcastle, Amaron getting on the score sheet. And I think Isak got the second goal as well. Burnley, we said it every week. They play pretty football. The manager comes out, says the same thing every week. We're not going to learn. They're going to improve as the season go on. They're going to have to change something for me, or else they're going down. Play pretty football, all you like. You got to put the ball in the back of the net. Premier League is tough. They take no prisoners, man. So I think part of being a good manager is to be able to be flexible. If you're a City is different. They got loads of money, so. But I think if you're a good manager, you'll be able to adapt and change your game, not too much, but just a little bit to stop the opposition from playing. But yeah, I think Burnley, they need to change their approach sometimes. They're just too open. And Newcastle, victory for them. I think that's 2 or 3 wins on the bounce now. Then we go on to the game that we featured on Saturday, Tottenham, Liverpool. That one was 2-1. We know all about the decisions that was made. This was a big victory for Tottenham. They had to win. They've not beaten Liverpool in 4, 5, 6 years or something. And the referee ruined the game. For me, I would say the VAR and the referee official ruined the game. But Tottenham had to get the win. They kept playing, and they got an own goal from Matip. And it's big victory for Tottenham going into the international break as they played Luton before that. So yeah, big victory for Tottenham. Then we go on to the Sunday game. Only one game on Sunday. Nottingham Forest, Brentford. Didn't really see this one. Saw a little bit of it. And it was 1-1. I think I saw the goal. It was a free kick from Brentford into the box. And it was a header. I think Brentford scored first at the equalizer. I think it was a header from let's see. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I think it was a header from Domingos. Was the one that scored the goal. I think it was the equalizer for Domingos, and Domingos scored the goal for. Somebody got a red card. The caretaker got red carded. Domingos got the goal for Forest. I think that was the equalizer after 60-something minutes, and Brentford scored the first goal from Christian Nørgaard with a beautiful, I think it was a free kick into the box, and it was left with the header. That went to VAR, but VAR cleared it. As you can see, I think I saw that one, and it was definitely onside. The guy that had the ball, there was another player offside, but he was not interfering with play. That ended 1-1. Good result for Brentford because I think Forest, I think they should have won that game. I think in the Premier League, you have to win your own games as well. That's the way that's the approach. If you're going to stay in this league, you got to win your own games. And that's that was the review. Looking at all the games over the weekend, game day 7. It was a good weekend. I think with Tottenham and Wolves, and some of the other teams as well. Luton getting their first win of the Premier League. I think that will be very, very good for them in terms of confidence. And then we move on to the next week. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This is the Football Show Weekend Review, looking at game day 7. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share, and I'll see you again next time.